Alright folks, we are back for round 2 on the draw again, and that's pretty good. Could use some more black obviously, but it's a nice 1, 2, 3, so... Ooh, the Evans also on the black pirate aggro. Probably just gonna trade with their scoundrel if they allow it, since we drew Dinosaur Hunter. Moment of Craving's pretty good in race situation, so we could just go ahead and say, yeah, let's race, but we are on the draw. I think it's just fine to trade if they attack. Sure. We have one more card, so each trade we do is kind of good. Really the mirror match, I guess. Now, there's an argument to maybe just race and keep pirates around, because we're gonna fetch a neck breaker with the Forerunner. So there is that, I guess. And if they are playing blue, we might be a little more aggressive than they are. I'm gonna trade here though, because there's a decent chance they play something like Sailor of Memes, at which point we can't even attack with our own Dinosaur Hunters, so gonna jam that. If they have counter target creature spell, get a treasure, it's mildly annoying, but I think we can leave with that. Do we go for the double Forerunner? Yeah, I think we do. Get some more pirates on the battlefield before we neck break. Also, it's more triggers. Feels fine all around. The Traveler's Amulet. Probably gonna stack it right away to grab a land. No? Alright. Let's drain them. This card has been awesome. And when you have something as powerful as Neck Breaker in your deck, it's just, again, as I said, it's like having 3 Neck Breaker in a black-red pirate aggro deck, and this card is like, it's so good. It's probably as good as Sanctum Seeker is for the vampire deck. So Sanctum Seeker is the 3/4 vampire that makes you drain them for 1 each time you attack with a vampire. It's not as good, but it's kind of close actually, because +2 power is kind of like draining 1. I mean, obviously there's not this effect where you're gonna get through no matter what, but still it's good. Interesting that they chose to fetch end of my turn and not during their turn, so they would have been able to hit their land drop. They could have been, maybe they wanted to hide the red. Not sure what this could hide though, so it's interesting that they did not fetch right away. In general, you kind of want to hit your land drops, right? Yeah, we'll just drop that, put them down to 11, and let them trade one of, I mean, their Buccaneer for one of the Forerunner. It's fine. Next turn, hopefully we can kill whatever they play. Hopefully they play a creature, they don't play a spell. I mean, they don't play a Removal on the Neck Breaker. And if they just play a creature, yeah, we just kill it, hit them for 9. And then things will spiral out of control really quick. Well, they do have the Removal, I guess, so this is not gonna happen. And I guess now we're just gonna flood away. I think it's worth keeping the land in hand. There's more discard spells now. There's the one that can drain for 2 I was mentioning during the draft, so I don't think there's a lot of value in playing the mountain here, especially since we have no card with Ascend, so we're not trying to get the Seedless Blessing. And yeah, they could make us discard. I know they still have an island in hand. The Yevon might be a little bit flooded. I guess we could attack and then Moment of Craving, but if they end up having a trick of their own or a removal of their own, it's kind of a disaster. We could just impale the Brazen Freebooter, but then we don't have any, you know, unconditional removal anymore in our hand, and they could play something strong. But the Moment of Craving play, again, is a little bit risky. If they have a trick of their own, we could get 2 for 1. I think we kind of want to keep the pressure, though. I think it's just gonna be Impale. Hit them for 2, hopefully. We have a lot of removal in our deck, so even if they end up playing something really strong, we could still top deck. There's like 4 other unconditional removals still in the deck. It's a risky play though. Again, if they play something really big now, we could be in trouble. Going for the Moment of Craving play is an option also, but again, we risk just them having a trick of their own or maybe an instant speed removal, and then we are in a lot of trouble. Now I guess if they had an instant speed removal, they would have used it. No, not necessarily. Oh, their own neck breaker. Alright. Okay. I guess we don't want to trade. We are pretty happy to race if they want to race, and our creature has more value on the battlefield than their creature. So as a whole, we are better off just with a standstill here, since we drained them. Otherwise, if these were just 2/2/2s, I could see trading, just because they could have auras in their deck, and we know we don't have any aura. Looks like they are a little bit flooded, we are a little bit flooded too. It's gonna be a top deck war. We do have 15 we are 15 life point ahead of them though, which is good, obviously. Yeah. Alright. So even just Grixis Pirates, I guess. They chose to play blue, unlike us. When I'm playing an aggro deck with cards like Scoundrels, I really wanna be 2-colored if possible. I'm gonna play that first because they have nothing relevant in hand. I think they have either 2 lands or 1 card that's not so relevant and a land. So I don't think the discard effect is gonna be important, useful, good. No reason to trade yet, actually. We can just wait and trade next turn, and if we draw Pirate, we get to drain them for 1 more. Yeah, that's probably better. Next turn, if nothing changed on the board, I will be attacking with both, though. Well, things just change on the board. And I guess this just makes it that the trade would have been better, actually. But obviously we did not know about that. An 11th land is a little bit rough. Though I guess probably the opponent has 2 lands in hand, so they are also on 11 lands. It's kind of the flawed land. Ooh, them attacking is really not a good news. I think one now will take it, but it probably indicates they drew another creature that can block. Nope. Interesting. Because they don't want to trade 3 for 2 here. They could have drawn a 3/3 flash for 5. The good old Wind Rider, Windstra, whatever it's called. If Impale was instant, I would wait. If they did draw a 3/3 flash fly, it sucks because we impale a Buccaneer, we attack with both. They eat one of the 2. They go down to 4 and we probably lose afterwards. If they drew just a removal, which could be the case, they might have drawn like, you know, a Bombard or any instant speed removal. We hit them for 2, and then they are not really in good shape to race anymore, and it doesn't change match. If they drew nothing, they kind of die. I think I'll go for the fairly aggro play, as I'm not really expecting them to be playing the 3/3 flash fly in a blue-black in a Grixis pirate deck, really. They could be, obviously, and their attack could indicate that. Oh, it's a moment of craving, yeah. I felt like an instant speed reroll was kind of more likely than the 3/3 flash fly. And if they have a 3/3 flash fly, we're in pretty bad position, most likely. They did not draw anything here. We drew the best card in our entire deck, so that's quite insane, obviously. I wish we had one more March of the Drown, actually. I guess we grab Scoundrels is the best thing we can grab. Just the biggest card we can grab. Menace, no, I think we just want something big. Alright, well, best March of the Drown of my life, or close to that, I guess. That was really good. If they drew an instant speed reroll in the meantime, they can block here and eat our creature, but I'm pretty sure if they had drawn an instant speed reroll, they would have been attacking with that and killing my creature. That's completely fine. So they get 1 counter when we trade. I guess we just play that, put them down to 4, attack with both. They are forced to trade, and they are left with nothing facing a lethal creature. I don't think there's a huge value in keeping that around, especially when they could, you know, this thing is gonna grow bigger, so I think it's kind of threatening. Yeah, and we don't even need the +2/+2 boost since the creature we just played is lethal. Alright, good. Well, this was a top deck war and we won it, which is kind of lucky. The March of the Drown was insane. But yeah, I guess they got more flooded than we did. Another pirate deck, I guess. I'm not sure about dual shot here. I kind of want to cut land for a spell because it seems like this could be kind of a grindy matchup and we don't really want to flood and we're going to be on a draw. Let's play Schooner over Swamp. On the draw in what looks like a fairly grindy pirate matchup. Just want to have more action in the deck. And it's a little bit risky, but feels worth keeping. We have a nice 1-drop, 3 turn to draw a some lands. Hoarder's great. And contract killing means we are very likely going to be able to cast that avatar if we, you know, unless we die before we hit 5 land. Let's just attack. If we trade, fine. If we don't trade, fine. They probably want to trade though. The question now is next turn, if we miss a land drop and they have a blocker, do we do we March of the Drown the 1 Grasping Scoundrel? I hope we don't miss land drop, I guess. If we draw the boat I brought in, it's kind of gonna be a feels bad man, but I guess I would deserve it. Alright, we drew a land, they did nothing, so that's pretty good all around. If we draw red next turn, gonna be in great shape. Neckbreaker is just, you know, it breaks neck. Really happy we picked that, what fifth peak, and we're able to, you know, go into the direction. I don't think it should be a fifth peak. It's gold obviously, but I think it's probably a card you should still pick fairly high. It seems really strong. We've been drawing really well though so far. So I guess I trade with Tormentor, get hit for 4. It's likely next turn they have a revolve or the neck breaker. I don't think we should be counting on that, but then we can just March of the Drown. Yeah. Feels good playing good cards. Yeah, as expected. They did not do it during our turn though. Probably because they did not want us to pump it and save it. There's, for example, +1/+1 double strike to target pirate. However, now we get to replay it before the attack. I mean, we get to replay it and basically hit them for 4. Whereas if they had waited, they would have only taken 2 from that. I guess we could have another moment of craving. Now, I still think their play is probably the right one, because this thing is super threatening, and if I have a way to save it, they are in so much trouble. Like if I give it +2/+2, +1/+1 double strike, they lose the game on the spot. So I still agree with their play. I think it's good to do it when I'm tapped out, but obviously it did not work out so well here, given what I specifically had in hand. Alright. My guess is that now we... Okay, well, something else happening, I guess. Oh, walk the plank, okay. Well, there goes my guess, then. I was gonna say, now we probably contract killing that, hit them for 9, and then play Burning Sun's Avatar and they lose the game. It's not gonna go like that, though. It's not gonna go like that. I think we... Contract killing without playing anything else, pass. If they have a discard 2 next turn, we can still keep the Avatar in hand and play it. And we could just play Ixalan and Tormentor, but then we might never get to play Avatar, or not very soon. So I think we're better off just do that. And I guess if they don't play a creature, I'm just gonna draw Tormentor and Scoundrel. I assume they might be a bit flooded again. At this stage, I don't think we play around discard 2 anymore. Just jam everything. Vanquish the weak, okay. Yeah. I guess I've been drawing 6 land, maybe 7 now with what's in their hand, who knows. We've been drawing 6, so we're not even much more flooded than they are, but it's just March of the Drown that's doing insanely powerful job here. And I guess the 2 Deadeye Tormentor, we got a Sure Strike with the first one, Swamp with the second, doesn't matter that much, but still. So if they just take 5 here, they are dead to Burning Sun's Avatar. You don't need, you know, a target. I mean, it can target itself, for example. Bombard. Okay. Well, we just play the Avatar. Actually, it's up to, so you don't even have to target your own creature. You could always target itself anyway, it's big enough, but yeah. Okay. Alright, well, March of the Drown, great. I would be really happy to run another one in deck. Card worked out super well so far. That was round 2, hope you enjoyed. Thanks for watching and see you for the final round.